Alright folks, Genius Idiot, we are back. Playing Criminal Case on Facebook, we are in Paradise City. We're at the circus, we're heading on to chapter number 2. Hey Ace, I just found out your victim called the police before she died. She said her life was in danger. According to the call log, the line got cut off before Annie could say anything else, but the interesting thing is that she wasn't calling from the circus. So Annie knew someone was after her and fled the circus? Hannah, we need to know where she went. I know, that's why I checked the cell tower data and found the call was made from the Wax Wonders Wax Museum. Big ripoff if you ask me, but that's where Annie called from. A wax museum? You mean those places where you can see the whack lookalikes except for celebrities? I always found them so creepy. You're right, Ace. If our victim would die in that wax museum, we better go and have a look around. That's really cool. So last time I proposed, since I'm getting really low on cash, and I don't have the funds to do it, I'm gonna give you guys something in the bottom corner, and if you guys can see it now, you will notice that it's at 10%, because since the recording or whatever, there's been 2 $5 donations, which have been great. So $90 more, and then we can speed stuff up on the next case. All right, so let's use that cell phone. Microphone, son of a gun. Microphone, Hollywood, ripped banner. No idea where that is. Skateboard. Oh. Oh man, I wanted that, nice. I wanted to get a little bit higher, but this will work. So, Ace, did you find any traces of Annie's presence in this museum? We found a phone, you're right. It could be hers. Let's unlock it quickly so we can access the data. This banner shows our victim's face, too. But who's the man with her? Do you think you can find his name in the database, Ace? I don't know what to expect to find in this box, but I'll let you look through it. You've always been faster than me. It's true. I have more experience, though. This is like case 102 or 3 or something like that. I've done a lot more cases than you have, Amy. Nope, that's not right. That's right. There we go. Good work unlocking the phone you got in the Wax Museum, Ace. Let's send it to Hannah. Let's do it. 12 hours, okay. I can dig it. Eyes are always creepy. Where'd you find that box of spare parts? A top hat? Isn't that just a prop for the statues? Of course, there's a circus logo on the top. It must belong to Orsino Ziegfeld, the circus master. But how could his hat have ended up here in the Wax Museum? You think Ziegfeld followed Annie here and lost his hat while he was spying on her? I agree, Ace. We need to question Mr. Ziegfeld about this. Told you. I sense something fishy. Alright, Ace, let's see if you can identify the man who's with our victim on the circus banner. It's gonna obviously be her partner in this. Nope. Not very good on my eyeshadows. Nope. So the man on the circus banner with Annie is another acrobat, a certain Mickey Bolero. He was Annie's stage partner. Certainly looks like he can dazzle the audience, this Mikey. I mean, we must question Mr. Bolero about our victim. Let's go, Ace. Amy, you never cease to amaze me. I mean, Frank says it, but you say it in such a different tone. Roll up, ladies and gentle. Mr. Ziegfeld, Marshal Ace found this hat in the Wax Museum. Looks amazingly like the one you have on your head. Did you go to the museum recently? Well, as a matter of fact, I did, yes. Thanks for bringing me my spare hat back, Marshal Ace. Mr. Ziegfeld, we have proof that Annie ran away from the circus and hid in the wax museum shortly before she died. Did you follow her there? Of course I did. When my employee runs away, I always try and get him back. I see, but why did Annie want to run away exactly? She complained that I made her work too hard. Bah. The circus is only meant to be fun for the audience, Marshal Ace. For the artists, it's blood, sweat, and tears. But I'm their master, and they owe me loyalty. I had to set an example and discipline her, lest all the artists threaten to leave me. Discipline her? What exactly did you do to the poor girl, Ziegfeld? Drag her back to the circus and kill her on stage to teach the rest of your employees a lesson? Well, that's nonsense. I told you, I needed Annie. She was my best acrobat. Besides, I never found her in the museum. I even brought her shaved ice to show I forgave her, to cajole her back. But I never had the chance to give it to her. She disappeared. Ace, who knew the circus was such a harsh world? Orsino Ziegfeld apparently thinks that if the artists aren't suffering, they don't work hard enough. Annie tried to escape, but she didn't get far. The question is, who stopped her? Let's keep investigating and find out. Annie's dead? But they can't be. My life is over. It's finally nice to talk to someone who's genuinely upset at Annie's demise. Mr. Bolero, what was your relationship to her? We performed together in a double act. Annie and Mikey, the two airborne angels of paradise. What am I going to do without her? I can't do a double act alone, Marshal Ace. I know this is hard for you, Mr. Bolero, but when did you last see Annie alive? After last night's performance, I washed the chalk off my hands and had a cup of shaved ice to relax. I wanted to spend a quiet evening, but Annie went out to party. Oh, Marshal Ace, if only she had stayed with me, she might still be alive. You're a suspect too. High on my list. Anyways, guys, I'm waiting 12 hours. Also grab a few stars. See you guys in a little bit. Some Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright, folks, Pitching Ace 88, and we are back playing Criminal Case on Facebook. Hello, Ace. I've checked the phone you found in the Wax Museum. It's definitely the phone Annie used to make the emergency call before she died. But aside from that, Annie barely used her phone. No pictures, hardly any contacts, no browsing history. That girl had no life even when she was alive. Well, it's hard to take selfies while trolling on a rope. Besides, all the witnesses kept saying circus life is tough. She must have worked all day and night. There was, however, one guy who messaged her about 50 times just days before her death. Managed to trace the number back to a certain Freddie Gomez. Surprise, surprise, he works at the Wax Museum. You're right, Ace. It's time to turn the spotlight on this Mr. Gomez. He is creepy as all heck. That is one guilty-looking mofo. He is scary. 42? No way this guy looks 42. How may I help you, Marshal Ace? Hello, Mr. Gomez. We're investigating the death of Anne Capri. How did you get to know her? I feel like giving him the lurch voice. I think I'm going to. I'm a big fan of the circus. I saw Annie perform. I was so enthralled I dropped my shaved ice. She was beautiful and talented, like an angel. Is that why you kept messaging her? Sounds a bit like harassment, to be honest. I was only trying to be friendly. Annie kept saying she was fine, but I could tell she was in need of protection. I finally convinced her to come to hide in my wax museum, but she didn't stay long. She said my sculptures creeped her out. Well, Mr. Gomez, Annie called the police before she died, from here. She said her life was in danger. And I tried to protect her. Surely you cannot blame me for her own failure to stay here, where she was safe. I'm very sorry to hear that she's dead. Another poor, vulnerable girl, swallowed by the underbelly of paradise. Creepy. Ugh, Ace, this Freddy gives me the creeps. Annie must have been desperate for a hiding place to ever given him the time of day. Anyway, everything seemed to hinge on Annie's last moments before she ran away. And you're right, we should have another look at the rooftop since she came from there. Alright. Oh, and cool, they're now running another happy hour promotion where you get unlimited energy for any case that you're currently doing. That's going to be sweet. I mean, I have plenty of energy, obviously, but for you guys who are trying to catch up, that's pretty cool. Let's see if we can get clever and get a star on our first try. Let's see where everything is. Alright, so shoot. Mouse. Candles. Metal box. Moon. Ah, it's a devil's hat. Ah, blah, blah, blah. Snake. It's okay, I don't know where the snake. Oh, there's a snake. And the moon. Oh, it's right there. Wow. No star for me yet. Bummer. Oh! Maybe. Oh. Close, but no cigar. Do you think something could have been hidden in that big storage box, Ace? You'll have to unlock it to find out. And you picked up a decoration too, a wooden moon. You're right, Annie's name's written on it. Can you reveal the rest of the text? Hopefully I can. Let's examine the storage box first, though. Unlock it, then we're probably gonna search through it. That's gotta be an E? Oh, maybe a B. Yeah? It's an 8, 8, 9. Yep, that's gotta be an N. Boom! Boom! Love it. That was sick. Great, you unlocked the storage box you found on the rooftop. Now you just have to rummage through the contents. That's pretty good, man. That was a 9 energy. That was like under 5 seconds. That was skills. Skills? Pretty impressed with myself. Pat myself on the back. Ace, you revealed the writing on the wooden moon you found on the rooftop. It reads, Annie, you'll hang from a Tau cross for this. I have no idea what a Tau cross is, but someone threatened to hang Annie, and that's exactly how she died. You're right, Ace. There must be more to this than meets the eye. It looks like a job for Russell. Let's send the wooden moon to him. Getting Russell more involved. I like it. Another 12 hours. We're totally cool with that. Let's see what else we can find in the box. Ah, come on. Ooh. Oh, Ace, that piggy bank you found in the storage box is cute. Look, it has a clown face. You're right. It's broken, and there's a message written on its side. Coco, I'll pay you back. Annie. Looks like Annie took money from Coco the clown. And you're right, Ace. We have to ask Coco about this. Yeah. What's going on, Coco? Weird. Mr. Coco, you told us last time that you and Annie didn't get along. She looked down on clowns and made fun of you. But you didn't tell us everything, did you? Oh, there's always more, Marshal Ace. Like when Annie threw a bucket full of ice over me, pretending it was part of her show, just to make fun of my love of shaved ice. She thought it was funny, but it ruined my makeup. It takes hours to apply this chalk, Marshal Ace. How about when Annie stole money from you, Coco? Tell us how that happened. I've been saving money for years, Marshal Ace. I wanted to go to drama school. Of course, Annie mocked that, too. She'd say I'd never become an actor. And one day the money disappeared, and so did Annie, and all she left was that message on the piggy bank. She ran away with my savings. Well, if her adventure ended in tragedy because of you, Marshal, Ace will have the last laugh. Coco. Yikes. Anyways, guys, I'm going to grab a whole bunch of stars, and I will see you guys back here. This has been Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright, folks, Pitching Ace 88, and we are back. Like a roll case, let's finish this off. Hello, Ace. I didn't mean to spook you, but this wooden moon is a very unsettling clue. What do you mean? Did you figure out who wrote that message to Annie? Several elements show that it was the killer. First, there's a threat of hanging, which is how Annie died. The choice of the moon and the Greek letter tau is significant. They're both ancient symbols of death, destruction, and madness. Then it struck me, the killer was using tarot imagery. The tau cross refers to a card called the Hanged Man. The moon is another card. So Annie's killer used these tarot card symbols to threaten her? Exactly. The cards have very complex meanings, and it could be betrayal or revenge. All I can say is that the killer knows this tradition very well. But Ace knows the tradition of arresting killers even better. I'll write down this new evidence. The killer reads tarot cards. Nice. Ace's case is such a roller coaster. We've learned that Annie was afraid for her life, so she decided to leave the circus, which made the ringmaster very angry. Apparently Ziegfeld rules the circus with an iron fist, though he claims he didn't do Annie any harm. Annie stole money from Coco the Clown to finance her escape, and Coco wasn't amused. She then sought refuge at the Wax Museum with the help of Freddy Gomez. He sure makes my skin crawl. But is he a killer? Marshal Ace, we have to talk to you. It's a matter of life and death. Interesting. Ooh, gained a level. Nice. Anyways, guys, stay tuned for Chapter 3. I'd like to thank you guys all for the people that donated. I think we are now up to $15 out of the 100 that will be needed. So thank you guys very much. This has been Bitching88. Over and out.